is true.
Well, I am on the bed this morning with somebody that's totally delightful. In fact, you could say that my guest this morning is completely of another world. She is ethereal, I might say. She is angelic. I would like to snog her, in fact, at this point. She's so angelic and ethereal. And she's also one of the most successful young songwriters and singers of her time. It is Tori Amos. How are you this morning, Tori?
Hi, Paula.
Now, your album, Under the Pink, has gone straight into the charts at #1. That's fantastic. Did you expect to be so massively successful?
No, I was worried if I had to go work at the Marriott again. This didn't work. I was trying to get my, my feelings and send in the clown's chops back if this one didn't work.
Did you actually do that?
14 years.
14 years?
14 years.
So when you were playing for 14 years in kind of bars,
right,
did you think you were never going to be successful? I mean, were you worried, or did you always have that feeling that would happen?
I thought I might get a bit of a late start. You know, maybe it would be I'd do feelings like when I was 60 and it would be hip again somewhere, some part of the country, maybe like in Alabama or something. But I was holding on to the dream.
But how did you get your big break then?
I kept sending out tapes for, since I was 13, I was sending out tapes, and they kept saying, this girl and her piano thing is never going to work, honey. So why don't you do something else, muffin? Like get in a rock band, sugar. And so I said, okay, fine.
So did you get in a rock band?
Yes, I did. The drummer of Guns N' Roses and I were in a band together.
I can't imagine this.
And my hair was this big. My hair was really big. Hairspray was like a part of my life.
What did you wear? Just let me visualize you in your rock chick period.
I wore plastic snake pants with plastic boots that came up to here, and the pants would come up to there. And then I had one of these little maid things, you know, like a little maid.
Sort of homemade, do you mean?
Kind of, no, like a beer maid. I'd be serving little...
Oh, a maid, like a wench.
Yeah, like a little wench.
Sorry.
But like a librarian wench. You know, I was always into my hidden filth, my librarian scene.
Right. And that you would then take off your glasses and your snakeskin pants,
right,
and people would say, my goodness, Miss Amos.
That's right. And I had my polyester dress in the back of my Ford because I had to go to the Marriott to do happy hour every day. And then I had to rush off to be with my rock band at night.
It must be a relief then to be yourself. Are you more or less yourself now?
More or less.
When you're performing?
When I'm performing. I mean, it's tricky because you know, sometimes you get misinterpreted when you're yourself, and then it hurts. It didn't hurt me as much when I got misinterpreted when I wasn't myself.
Do you get upset? Because some of the criticism does insinuate that you're sort of too vol au vent short of the full buffet.
Yeah.
I think is the term. I mean, does that ever sort of upset you, or do you just ignore it and think, I'm an artiste?
Well, I just hope that if I'm short of something, it's fat. You know what I mean? If I have to be short of something.
Worse if they said you were fat than mad.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, the thing is, you're always trying to cut out parts that that aren't inspirational, and I just think expanding your vision is inspirational. I'm not convinced that just because you can see it, that's all there is. I believe in a lot of things you can't see.
Now, you've said in the past that you were Sven the Berserker, a warrior in a past life, and that you've had a psychic beyond the grave conversation with the Tsarina Anastasia recently.
Well...
Not that I want to just bring this up, but...
No, it's all right. I mean, you know, I don't know, Paula, if you were like... I had crabs in Maryland, the kind of crabs that you eat, that you eat. And I was, it was going out from both ends, you know. If you were puking and from both ends, you might see Anastasia yourself.
So it was at this moment that you had your past life experience?
Yes.
Your out-of-body experience?
That's right. And I was on stage because I had to do a show that
night.
Not
at the time.
Yeah, well, very close. And so that's when I had this little chat. And it was basically, you know, the funny thing is, if you were talking to, for instance, many native peoples, like Native Americans, like my grandfather, he would have said, of course you see spirits that have been on the planet before, foolish young child. I mean, it would just be embarrassing if you didn't believe in that. It's like shameful. You just show how small-minded you are.
I wasn't. I agreed with you. I hasten to add I wanted to distance myself from any small-mindedness. Now, after your huge tour, do you go wild? You're on tour at the moment. Are you feeling wild? What are you going to do after the tour?
Baby.
You can have a baby. Fantastic.
I'm going to throw the pills away on the tour
Are you?
and see where it happens. Like people have bets. Bjork has a bet right now. I don't know. We don't know. I'm trying to avoid certain cities.
You don't want a baby that's conceived in? What's a bad city to conceive a baby?
Columbus.
Ohio. Right. Well, we know what to avoid in Columbus then, don't we?
Yeah, I had a bad show there. Plus Columbus, they say, discovered America, which, you know, I think it was there before he discovered it.
It's been very lovely to be on the bed with you. It really has. It's been sweet and charming. And now it's time to go over to that other sweet, charming person, Peter Smith, with the final Big Breakfast news and weather.